I had an interesting conversation with a couple of boomers today, and as the conversation went on, I couldn't have been more baffled as to their delusions about their own personal acumen that they attribute to their success. It's like they all seem to equate everything that is good in their life, all the prosperity they have, with their own individual ability. And what they don't realize is that they are benefactors of their era, of the most easy, lax, prosperous cakewalk of an experience in Canadian history. But yet they say, oh, it was me. No, it was my industriousness. It was my work ethic. I had a go-get-'em attitude. And what they don't understand is that even if you took that go-getter attitude and copy and pasted it, transplanted it to today, it wouldn't yield the same results. They don't understand the game is different, the rules are different, and the incentive, the reward is different. It's like they were playing with Wayne Gretzky, and they think that they're the reason the goals got scored, when they were just some guy riding the coattails. And yeah, you had to be kind of useful. Zach Hyman has to be kind of capable. You can't be totally useless to roll with McDavid. But make no mistake, you are not the reason for your success here. 30 years of declining interest rates, mass injection of human beings and wage slaves to suppress wages, and an industry and an economic climate and a political climate that was favorable for growth. And yet they like to cite that, well, the young people they just don't want to work hard enough. I can't believe how, and I'm not saying all of them are, but my goodness, the ones that are oblivious are disturbingly oblivious. I cannot believe how out of touch some of these people are. I call it the boomer buffer. They're so insulated. They're so insulated from the daily modern day experience of Canadian life, because their world is, well, my house cost me $6 and I made $30 an hour, and I had 6 kids, 3 boats, 9 cottages, whatever. Not all of them, but I'm just saying, they don't realize that their experience does not in any way reflect the experience of today's Canadian. But they still think it's 1980. They still think the politics are 1980. The liberals today think that it's still 1980 liberalism, and it's not. And they still think that the carrot on the end of the stick is the same size that it was, and it ain't. And to even get to the stick is an arduous journey. Before it was right in front of you with the carrot on the end of it. But it's insane. Have some humility. Have some humility to know that you are a benefactor of circumstantial luck. Have the humility to say, hey, you know what? It wasn't all just me. You know what? I had good line mates. And, the game was easier back then. And you get away with more shit. Say that. And you're right. It's when I was a kid, yeah, you're right. I made $30K and the house was $80K. So yeah, despite interest rates being what they were, yeah, you're right. It was easier to get into homeownership. Not, interest rates are 20%, so it was harder. No, it wasn't. Wake up, you kooks, you delusional lunkheads. It is not you. It is the era you grew up in.